Like, subscribe, and share to Voices of Linden TV.
Welcome to another edition of the Let's Talk Show. I'm your host, Andrew James, and today I'm pleased to have with us in studio via Zoom Mr. Randy Shepherd. Mr. Shepherd is the founding member of Men Helping Men, Hearing Men, and Healing Men. I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Randy Shepherd.
A pleasant good evening to you and your viewers. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thanks for having me.
Welcome aboard, sir. What a wonderful organization you have there. Men Helping Men, Hearing Men, and Healing Men. Can you tell us what was the idea behind developing this organization? How was it birthed? And when did you start the organization, please?
The organization birthed. First of all, I'm a single parent. I've been raising my son since he was 9 months. I'm still doing that. So I only share experiences that I have with my son, which is my Facebook. Not looking for likes or anything, but I just share those stuff. And one day a man stopped me and he asked me, he said, how you do this? How you do this? Being a man, how you do this? And I didn't grow up with a father. I didn't have my father in my life. I had him in my life basically to teach me anything. So I started to use my experience to help that out to me on a person basically out there, And I said, you know what? Men need help. Men need to be heard, and men need healing. So I put that team together, and that is where it all started. That is where it started.
Mr. Shepherd, great concept, great organization. I admire what you're doing there. I think, this should transcend and spread, not just in Guyana, spread all over the world. Do you have a Facebook presence? Is there a way for folks to get in touch with you if they want to learn more or perhaps contribute or partnership with you? Can you put out your contact details there if possible, please?
You can find me on Facebook. You just type in Randy Shepherd and you'll find me there. You can inbox me. You can send a friend request. I'm trying to create a website presently. I'm working on that. It's in process. My friend Facebook is Phil, but you can inbox me. I will reply. You can. My number is 592-625-7358. You can get me now. You can also add me to WhatsApp. That is my WhatsApp number. I'm on Instagram. Just type in Randy Shepherd on Instagram and you'll find me. I have two pages that I use, but I don't run them very often. One of them is Say No to Domestic Violence. The other one is Stop Domestic Violence. Those are two pages also. You can type in and you'll see some of the work that I've done and some of the stuff that I'm doing. You can see it on those pages also.
Nicely said, Mr. Shepherd. Can you tell us about one project that you've worked on in the past that through your own lens you deemed as a success?
There was this one project that is going to stuck with me. I've done a lot, but this particular one is going to stuck with me for a long time. I was practically fast asleep. Because of the work that I do, I committed myself that whenever I hear my phone ring, I'm going to answer it because I made a commitment to people, to help people. And it was like about 2, 3 in the morning, my phone rang and I pick it up. And there was this young lady on the other side of the line. She said, "You don't know me, I don't know you. Somebody just tell me, call this man and he can be able to help you." And she was actually at the back of her yard with her kids, hiding from her husband. Her husband was looking for her. He said he's going to kill everybody. He had enough of it. So I talked with her. I was able to make contact with the commander at Burbis at that time, and we were able to get her. She came to town. I got somewhere for her where she was safe. And I think I put it on my page, and a family from Canada contacted me And they begin to ask questions about the young lady and her kids. And I begin to share stuff with them. There was a connection. They were maintaining the young lady and her kids. And eventually they sponsor them. And they're now in Canada. The kids are grown, preparing to go to college. The girl, she's working, and for me, achieving something like that, it gives me that push, and it continues to encourage me to want to do more for people. I always tell people it's not about Randy Shepherd. I don't really care who acknowledge me, who give me a plaque. If my name is in the papers, if my name is on the news, it's not about that. It's about what I can accomplish to put a smile on somebody's face at the end of the day. I think I can lie down and I can say, you know what? I did something that is making somebody happy.
Nicely said. Nice
We are
story.
not empowering our men. We just look for the mistakes that these men made and we try to beat them up on it, chastise them because of their mistakes. But all these men need to understand, and all these men need to know that it's okay to say they're not okay. I have a group of 50 men, over 50. We have a day what you call emotional explosion.
Nice.
Whereby we meet as a group and men get the opportunity to snap up, to hug another man and to say, I am not okay. I need help. Look, and this is not me boasting about anything, but there are wives that would call me and said, Mr. Shepherd, I'm married to this man for 20 years and I don't know what is it you're doing. But thank you, you're doing something. I am seeing changes, the way he communicates, the way he treats his kids. Now, to get a call like that, to get a message like that, it motivates me. It tells me, I'm having an impact. We need to change. We need to break the stigma that comes with a man. We need to break it. And if we can get a balance, and if we can empower our men and help them to understand, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to say you're not okay. It's okay to hug another man. Nothing funny about it. It's okay for a man to cry. We have more stable families. We're going to have homes with both parents. The foundation of the family would be stronger.
Mr. Shepherd, getting back to your organization, any upcoming projects you're working on right now? I know you spoke about a good story. You saved a woman. She's now in Canada. That's a touchdown for you for sure. But in terms of future programs, anything you're doing, you're working on right now that you want to talk about and share with, I guess, the listening audience or something?
Currently, the project that I'm trying to do, there's this guy from Linden, Mr. Aubrey Sion. He's a single parent, raising his son. He has an 8-year-old son now. He's raising the boy from baby. A few youngsters tried to take advantage of mom. He tried to represent his mom, and they literally chopped him. He lost 2 of his fingers, and then they burned down his house. He lost everything. Himself and son lost everything. Right now, his sister's accommodating him. He's a part of my group. So when I heard the story, I put it out on my Facebook page, trying to get some assistance for him. And I must say, hats off. There are people out there with some heart that it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So come Father's Day, we're having a father and son pageant. Now, all proceeds from the pageant is intended to go to Mr. Sion to help him to rebuild his home because he lost his home. So far, I have some amazing sponsors. When I get the full confirmation, they already said they're on board, but I need it in writing. I'm going to put their names out there, right? The pageant is basically, the tickets are only $1,500 ticket. We're encouraging fathers and sons to come out. There is no registration fee connect to it. You don't have to pay to register. You just make contact and say you want to be a part of the pageant, yourself and your son, and you can be a part of it. The first prize is an all-exclusive paid trip to Alpine Resort. for her father son. Second prize, a trip to Cairo Falls for her father and son. The third
Nice.
prize, and Marriott for her father and son. And every father and son that takes part in the program will leave with a little plaque. They will leave with a little plaque. We're going to have door prizes. We're going to be honoring some fathers out of the group that I have, that men that their wives have already give up on them, decide, you know what, I'm finished. And because of the group, their family are now stronger. So we're going to be honoring them. And I just want to take this opportunity to encourage the public to support this event, to support it. It's the first of the first. They never had something like this. And I think the whole idea of this is to give fathers and sons an opportunity to bond. We're going to have a talent segment, whatever they choose to do, to bond. And that is on the 19th of June. But on the 12th of June, the Sunday before Father's Day, we're going to have a men's walk. The theme for the walk is breaking the stigma. It's okay to say you're not okay. Right? We want men to promote in their thousands. And we're going to have some speakers at the end of the march. We're going to come together. We're going to have a little rally. We're going to have some speakers and try to encourage men, try to empower men. So those are some of the things that I have planned for the next month or so.
I like the concept of the men's pageant, June 19th. Can you tell us the location and the cost again for the tickets? And is it open just to single parents, men with sons, or is it open to women, young?
It's open to the public. Anybody can be part of it. I think they should take the opportunity to make it a family event. It's going to be at the cultural center. The cost of the ticket is only $1,500. Only $1,500. And remember, every ticket that sells, the bar that we're going to have there, all the proceeds from the bar, from the ticket, every single thing is going to Messiah to help him to rebuild his home.
Very nicely said. And for folks that are watching, if you're not able to make it, I'm sure you can call Mr. Shepard and sponsor a ticket or so. $1,500. $1,500 is not much. It's about $7 US or $6. So call him, buy a couple tickets. His phone number is 011-592-625-7358, and you can speak directly to Mr. Shepard and ask him how we can be a part of this great venture. I think what you're doing is phenomenal. We need more Mr. Randy Shepard. Continue pushing, and I salute you for all your heavily involvement. I did read the article with I think the guy that got chopped up was like a native Guyanese, like a Amerindian kind of a guy, right?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
I did see the news, and yeah, being someone from Linden myself, my heart goes out to you for taking the lead and blessing the father that was affected in this manner. So once again, if you want to support this venture, please hit up Mr. Randy Shepard at 011-592-625-7358. Mr. Shepard, you're just punching up against time here. What inspires you to keep doing what you do every day? Obviously, you said you don't have any political aspiration. I heard your story, but what's the driving force? Why don't we have more Mr. Randy Shepard? What keeps you going, and what's your motivation for doing what you're doing?
My motivation is my son. I want to we need to understand something. A father is his son's first hero and his daughter's first love. And if I am going to be my son's first hero, I need to be the type of hero for my son that when I am no more, he becomes a big man, he can always remember, this is what my father taught me. This is what I see my father do every day. And my son is practically a part of everything I do. He's always with me. He's always with me. And that gives me that motivation, because I don't want my son to experience what I experienced by not having a father.
Mm.
I don't want my son to experience that. I have one picture of my father, and it's when somebody contacted me 2 years ago and asking me if I am Randy Shepherd to tell me that they're burying my father.
Mm.
That's the only memories I have of him. And the picture they sent me, he's sitting in a wheelchair. That is the only picture I have of my father. I don't want my son to have those memories.
Mm.
I am breaking that curse. And that is what gives me the motivation. The other thing is, I have a heart for people. I grew up poor. I'm not a millionaire, don't get me wrong. I'm not ashamed to say this. I know about going and knock on people's doors and ask them if they have some food, give me. And I, I understand the reality that if you can help somebody to become a better person, that person can also help somebody else. And it
Mm.
keep going, it keep going. I just want to see stronger families. I am prepared to do whatever I can do with whatever resources or whatever connection you may say, whatever. I am prepared to do what I can do to see stronger families, to see fathers stay, to see men stay, father their children, homes with both families inside. I mean, that is all I want to achieve. I encourage men, plan dinner dates with your daughter, take your daughter to dinner, open the car door for her, spread the napkin on her lap, tell her if she have on too much makeup. Do it once a month, plan events with your son. So when you do these things with your daughter and she goes out there, she try to find a husband just like her father.
Yes.
Don't come and tell me you love me. My
Yeah.
father's tell me every day they ain't gonna work with me.
Right. Right.
So the whole in a nutshell, what I'm trying to achieve here, what motivate me, my son motivate me, seeing smiles on people's face, hearing people calling me and saying, Mr. Shepherd, my husband is a better person. My son is now a better person. I can trust him with certain things. He doesn't behave the way he used to behave. He talks about stuff now. I know when things are bothering him. That's motivation right there.
Very nice. Very nicely said. I salute you for your service to your community, and of course to being an influential role model. Hats off to you. Continue to do good work you're doing, and it's my hope and prayer that you will find the courage to keep going day by day. What advice would you give to a young woman that's cheating on her husband? It being she's in a marriage or she is just they're just dating, but she's being unfaithful. Can you talk about the effects that cheating have on men?
It destroys us mentally. It plays on our psyche as a man,
Mm-hmm.
especially as a man, you're doing everything you think that you should do to make her happy. And more so if you're being faithful. And to know that you're putting your all into this.
Mm-hmm.
You're faithful, you're providing for her, and yet still, for whatever reason, it could be that, okay, the man may be falling short in some area, but that doesn't give her the rights to go out and do that. For me, the advice I would give to a young lady is that take time to know the man. You find a lot of women rush into relationships for all the wrong reason. Most of the times, the car, the fancy house, the chains, how much money he spent, How much you want Fred to buy this, you want Fred to buy that. And men, we need to be conscious of the fact that if we're to bring a woman into our lives, and the first thing we're teaching her is about material things, there will become a time when you cannot provide her with those material things. And she's going to go look for somebody who can give it to her. What happened there? As a man, you tell yourself, no, I can't accept this. I don't invest all this money into she, and she can do this. But that's right. If she chooses to leave you, let her go. She have a right to make whatever decision she wants. So both parties need to take time. The man need to take time and assess the woman. Likewise, the woman need to take time and assess the man. Sometimes people ask me, why are you still single? Because if I'm to take somebody, my son must only see me with that person for the rest of my life. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. If you're not comfortable and she decide that you can't buy the Brazilian hair for 50,000 or more because you're back against the wall a little, she's going to go look for somebody to buy it. And you cannot be upset with her because that is what you brought her into your life with. She came into your life based on those things. Gone are the days you used to write letter to grandmother and mother asking home. Gone are those days. Those days are no more. People don't go out and date now. You don't find those things. Where do you find it? Right? So, and I want men to understand something quickly. A woman is not your property. Don't care how much you invest. A woman is not an investment. She's not an investment. Don't care how much you think you invest in her. If she get up a morning and say she wants to go, that's her choice. Your duty, yes, you may try to convince her to stay, but if your mind is made up that she wants to go, let her go, my brother. Let her go. Let her go. Women are a special kind of vessel. That is what I call it. We need to realize every single thing we give to a woman, she gives us back something. We give her money, she gives us food to eat. We give her a house, she turns it into a home. We give her sperms, she brings 4 children for us. We don't own them. They're a gift. They're a gift. So if she decides that she want to go, and women, if you find somebody and you feel that person is better than the person you're with and you want to go, just do it peacefully. Don't keep sneaking and sneaking and sneaking, because when you keep sneaking and sneaking, you're playing with that man's psyche. You're playing with him. You're playing with him emotionally. And then you got your friends on the other side keep pushing stuff at him. Why are you taking it from she? When you reach she had nothing, no, you make she somebody, because she looking beautiful, she going to take another man. And they're encouraging him. And then he snapped. And unfortunately, when he decided to snap, she's in front of him. And she feel the blunt of everything he have to let out. And that is why I am trying to bring men into an environment that they can get this stuff off. So when they decide to snap, they snap there and they can go home and deal with what they have to deal with and try their best to keep their families together and don't be violent.
Very nicely said. Good word of advice there for young women. On the flip side, what advice would you give to a man that's been unfaithful to his wife and as a result being unfaithful to his family?
It's an ego thing for men. And this is my honest opinion. For some reason, a man feels that he got 3, 4 children mother, and he got to sleep with all these different women to classify himself as a man. If a woman decide, when you first meet her, you met her with this Coca-Cola shape, as they call it. She's doing the cooking, she's doing the cleaning, she bring 4, 3 children for you. Her body's going to change. It's going to change. She's not going to continue looking the same way when you met her 10 years or 15 years ago. There are going to be changes. So you got to tell yourself as a man, it's because of me these changes are happening. And you're supposed to be loving her even more. You're supposed to be loving her even more, because we as men, we destroy our families and we don't even realize what we're doing. There's so many things going out there, cheating. You go out there, you sleep with somebody, you're creating disrespect for your wife. You're creating disrespect for your home. You may pick up something that you wouldn't even know you pick up, and you take it home and you give it to your wife or your girlfriend or whosoever. We need to be comfortable with the people we choose to love.
Mm.
We need to accept that at some point in time there will be changes in that woman's body. Her breast is not going to be wrung like how it was before. Her belly is going to drop a little. She's going to get a few stress marks. And as men, we need to come and understand that we need to accept and should even love that individual even stronger, because she bring forth 3 children for you. Can't expect a woman that you met, breast was all rose, and she bring forth 3 children for you, and 15, 20 years down the line, you still wanting her the same way. Something is wrong with you, my brother.
I like the part when you talk about the lady, you fret in front when the man can't buy anything.
It's reality. It's reality.
I guess you're right. You're right. Just to close on, we're just punching up against time. What advice would you give to a young person who is growing up in a single parent household? It being with a dad alone or with a mom alone by herself?
I always try to, and I'm going to speak like I'm speaking to my son. He's 7, and you'll be amazed with his intellect. I put him to sit down and I help him to understand that nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. He see how I work. He see how it is. He see how sometimes all I want to do is sleep. He experienced all of these things. And I try to help him to understand. You need to appreciate what I'm trying to do for you. Yes, it's my duty to do it because you didn't ask to come here. It's my duty. But you still need to show appreciation. You need to understand that as your parent, I love you. And I'm going to make whatever sacrifice I have to make so that you can become somebody. You can get a proper education. You can develop yourself to a respectable young man in society. They have this saying that we make the children, but we doesn't make their minds.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I'm one. Don't really believe in that. I think it's what we input into. If you're around your parents and you see they're trying, appreciate it. If you gotta wear a $5,000 boots to school, wear it with pride. Why? Because my mom is a single parent, my dad is a single parent, and he's trying or she's trying. I am going to wear my $5,000 boots with pride. I don't care who say what. I am going to open my bowl and eat my little belange stew with no meat inside because my parents is trying. But someday, I am going to make my parents proud. I am going to show them that all the hard work they put in, it's not going to go in vain. So just appreciate what your parents is doing for you. Focus on your education. That is important. You know, there will be so many distractions out there, but just build yourself, build your mind, understand what is going on, and just show that appreciation. Just show that appreciation, and make them proud. Make them proud. Work toward making them proud. And quick, if I just take this in, you know, I'm so proud of my son. I am so proud of my son. My son would literally write letters to ministers of this country.
Mm.
He had the opportunity of having an audience with the president. He had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to meeting with the prime minister. He met with a few ministers of the government. And as a single parent, I am so proud of this 7-year-old. I am so proud of him. So I just want to encourage men. Stay. It's okay to say you're not okay. It's okay. Nothing is wrong with that, my brother. Nothing is wrong with that. You want to become a part of the group? Contact me, become a part of it. By the end of this year, my goal is the group must have 150 men. We must have at least 20 men in every region, or 10 in every region of this country, that they have a place that they can meet and just have what you call fellowship and interact with each other. Right? The stigma that comes with men need to be break. We need to break it. We need to change it.
Very nicely said. Here we're hearing from the founder of Men Helping Men, Hearing Men, Healing Men. You haven't thought about writing a book?
It's in process. Every now and then I would jack down. It's in process.
I look forward to reading your book.
I will do that for my 45th birthday, which is within the next 2 years.
All right. Well, I look forward to reading your book. You can put me down as a purchase. And if you're looking for a solid foundation to be a part of your Men Helping Men, Hearing Men, Healing Men, you can stick my name in there as well. So you're not up to, you're at 50, you're just up to 51. And I want to implore on men watching this, wherever you can, to reach out to Mr. Randy Shepherd, 011-592-625-7358. And let's see how we can work together to encourage, promote, and support what he's doing. I think what he's doing there is a blessing, not just to himself and others, but to the community all together. Mr. Shepherd, thank you for being a part of the show, and I look forward to talking to you again. Anything you want to say quickly in closing? Any last words, closing words?
I just want to encourage your viewers, those of you who are under the sound of my voice, to please support the events we have coming up in June. If you're in Guyana, we have the Men's Walk. That's on the 12th of June. The theme for the walk is breaking the stigma. It's okay to say you're not okay. We're going to have jerseys. You can get your jerseys printed at a reduced price at Trophy Stall. On the 19th, support the father and son pageant. Let's pack the cultural center. Let's pack it. Let's change the narrative and the stigma that comes with men. Bring out your family, wives, bring out your sons, bring out your daughters. Come out, support your husband. Come out, support your fathers, your uncles. Bring them out. Tickets are $1,500. Remember, all the proceeds from that event will be going to Mr. Orbison in trying to help him to rebuild his home. So come out and support it. Feel free to contact me at any time. If you're a wife and you're in a situation with your husband and you just need somebody to talk with him, please, you can contact me. If you're a young man and you want to be a part of the group and you're going through something and you just need somebody to hear you, to help you, please contact me. It's open. It doesn't have race, color, religion. The group is open to anybody that wants to be a part of it.
Thank you, Mr. Shepherd. I think we'll leave it there. It's okay to say you're not okay. Have a good night. Thank you. On behalf of everyone at the Let's Talk Show, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for being a part of our show. And we look forward to working with you in the future and supporting your cause in your upcoming events. Good night. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you for having me. Blessings. Good night.
Yeah, man.